You're such an asshole.
AssholeConsulting.com, getting things done while everybody is showering and going to the bathroom. Dear Aaron, I have been a police officer for under 5 years. I'm going to keep this very anonymous. I have met the minimum time required to start applying to specialized units such as SWAT, detectives, and most importantly, motorcycle patrol. As of the beginning of the year, an opening in the motor pool was posted. There are very few patrolmen who are qualified, both qualified and interested in the position. I quickly found myself as the only applicant for a nice, shiny motorcycle. My department is going to switch. They're going to make some changes on things that aren't pertinent to this. You get preferable shifts working this particular, if you get into the motor pool. In addition to the better hours, I was told admin is also again, details I'm not going to provide. I don't want you getting identified. Then I was abruptly wakened from my daydreams of stopping citizens on the street, looking at them over mirrored aviators and asking them if they've seen John Connor. Another officer stated he was interested in applying for the unit. I have been riding for approximately 4 years. The other officer does not own a street bike and has no history of even riding in the dirt. The day that application is closed, he was able to get his motorcycle endorsement from the DMV and apply for the unit. Since the time that application closed, I have been trying to prepare a suitable argument for why, despite him having more seniority than me. He has significantly more seniority than you. As it turns out, I did not need to be worried about an interview or making my case today. I found out that I would not be getting the position. Instead, they plan to hand over the keys to a man who had no riding experience and applied for the unit as an afterthought. As my consolation prize, I will still be sent to a very nice and advanced riding school as a reserve, while the other guy will come home to ride a motorcycle full-time. I'll go back to patrol and ride if one of the two is having surgery. Oh, on light duty, sick, or vacation. In effect, I will get the training but not the position. This is something that has not been done before, and I was told I should be lucky he's sending me as well. I am very aware of your stance of special snowflake millennials who expect the world to be handed to them. However, I am furious. This is not a unique story at my department. My question to you is, do I have any future here? I am currently 27 and do not want to waste 7 years on patrol just to gain seniority and finally be picked for new and interesting things. Do I have the right to be angry at this situation? If so, what can I do about it? I was told I should expect a 2-year commitment to the motorcycle unit if I get sent to the class, which means I will be shot down if I apply for detectives or anything that would affect my reserve/backup status on the motorcycle. Should I have argued with my captain and risk not being allowed to go to the training at all? I'd like a video response, and I'm sure some of your viewers are in similar situations. Thank you in advance. This is a tough one. Because, as you know, I'm all about meritocracy, and if you have the skills and the ability, you should do it. However, I'm going to side with the department or your captain or whoever made the decision to have the guy with more seniority than you go in, because you guys are first and foremost cops. That's the real job. The motorcycle is merely the vehicle, one of the tools you use. And honestly, I think you overestimate how fun it would be to be a motorcycle cop, because depending on where you're at, it's cold, you got to drive at night, you got forget getting shot, getting broadsided by some dumb broad in her SUV. It's not as glorious as it's not CHIPS, it's not California Highway Patrol with Ponch and whoever the other guy was, Mr. Nebraska. But getting back to my original point, yeah, the guy with seniority, because your primary job is being a cop, not being a motorcycle rider. Now, it's a close call, because if I was sitting on that board, I'm like, okay, Officer Jones, you don't even have your motorcycle license. You just got it. Now, me being a motorcycle rider, that would weigh a little bit more heavily. I'd say, yeah, but we got this kid over here who knows how to ride a motorcycle. You just got your license 48 hours ago. So it would be a tough decision, and I may have abstained from the judge, because I'd say your motorcycle riding ability and his lack of it would put you guys pretty close on par. But again, the job is not to be a motorcycle rider. The job is to be a cop. And he has just that, he's got significant more experience than you. Plus there is this issue of seniority. The longer you've been there, you get to take your picks. So I want to get pissed off. I mean, yeah, you don't have to be happy about it, but I normally where you say, oh, there's corruption and cronyism and favoritism. This is it's a tough choice, but what it basically boils down to is you're not paid to be a motorcyclist. You're paid to be a cop, and the real skill when it comes to police work is being a police officer. Like your taser or your pistol or your squad car or whatever else you got, the motorcycle is simply a tool. And you don't really, you're not, when you're a motorcycle cop, or at least I'm assuming, yeah, they might go do evasive maneuvers and all that, but you're basically, you're just a cop on two wheels. You can't ram people off the road. I really wonder what the point and purpose of having motorcycle cops are. Maybe you can get into smaller areas, maybe more crowd control. You're somewhat limited, whereas a car, you could do a lot more. So it's not like you're going to be ramming people off the road. You can maybe do a high-speed chase, but you're very exposed out there. So I don't think whereas you would think, yeah, you should know how to ride a motorcycle, I don't think that's that important of a skill, being a motorcycle cop. Now, maybe there's a motorcycle of chips or something out there who can say, hey, yeah, no, this is what's really going on. But that's my suspicion is you're putting way too much emphasis on the bike and not enough on police work as to how this position should be filled. Now, me personally, if they're going to do that, that would be a close enough call to say, all right, maybe it is the cop work. Maybe that's what wins in the end. But I would not be going to reserve backup if it sacrifices you applying for SWAT, detective, vice, or anything else like that. You already made your shot at the motorcycle pool. I'd be going and looking for some other specialized division within the police force because they're going to need more than one vice cop. They're going to need more than one detective. Whereas it sounds like they only got one opening for this motorcycle thing. I would just not do the motorcycle thing. I'd go for some other reserve. And I know you think it would be fun. It's like, yeah, it's not fun at 3 a.m. when it's freezing out and you're getting rammed off the road and no one sees you because it's night out. Trust you me, riding as long as I have, it sounds fun at the beginning, but the more I think about it, I'm like, yeah, it's a good way to get injured. Because I do not ride at night. I do not ride at night. Unless I'm in a major metro area and there's no deer or animals, but then you got to worry about, and I do not ride through downtown areas. Unless I absolutely have to, I like to ride out in the country. And as a cop, you're going to be riding in downtown areas. You're going to be dealing with traffic. It's, it doesn't sound, you may have dodged a bullet on this one. So anyway, don't get pissed off about it. I know it's easier said than done. But I would, on a 51-49 split, I'd have to go with these guys. Say, yeah, the guy with the cop experience probably gets his pick. And they could just train you later. The motorcycle riding experiences. Now, here's the other thing. Let's say you're not even in reserve or backup motorcycle pool. And no one else joins up for reserve because it doesn't sound like anyone's going to go do the motorcycle thing. Let's say this guy gets injured or gets sick. I mean, who are they going to go to? They're going to say, oh, hey, Bobby, or whatever your name is. He knows how to ride a motorcycle. Let's get him in. Like, whoa, hey, I'm a detective now. You want me on that patrol? Well, you're going to have to let me be a detective for SWAT, in addition to backing up Bobby, who just broke his leg because SUV soccer mom was bragging about her children, how much he's an honor roll student with her bumper sticker and ran right into Bobby. I know how to ride a bike, but, I got my own thing now. So, all right, that's it. You guys got questions? The old Captain's got answers at assholeconsulting.com. Check out my blog, captaincapitalism.blogspot.com. Oh, and I finally have a Patreon account set up. I always had a donation thing set up through PayPal, but no one knows about PayPal, that they have a donation. They're always like, oh, Patreon. So, yeah, fine. I got Patreon. If you want to fork over 10% to Patreon, PayPal only takes 3%. And you can see the little donation Dropbox thing. All right, that's it. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.